The Tokichiku is hidden somewhere in this house.
Ja.
That's the end of Yoshino's story, but the story of Josie and the Scarlet Camellia isn't over yet.
Ja.
The Scarlet Camellia is still alive. I have to find them.
Haruka, I've searched the entire house, but I still can't find Eiji anywhere.
According to this manuscript, Yoshino hid the Tokijiku inside a secret room. Perhaps that's where he went.
But how do we know where it is?
Someone who might know of the secret room.
Kazunaga, Akari, or Mitsunori? Well, Kazunaga is the older brother. If Eiji knew, Kazunaga does. Alright, let's go with Kazunaga.
Kazunaga is the eldest son of the Shijimas. I assume he's the most familiar with this house. He might know something.
Let's go.
So there's the Red Camellia, chapter 6. Okay.
I don't know if you'd call it a secret, but a long time ago, Eiji and I found a strange room while we were playing. I think it was this way.
Kazunaga, light this for me.
Here you go.
Thanks. It's lit.
Okay.
So Mitsunori is there too.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
Dad really got mad at us at the time. After that, I made sure you two never went near it. And eventually, I forgot about it too.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Eiji!
Oh,
Eiji fainted.
Eiji!
Crap.
He's barely breathing. We've got to do something fast.
Can I borrow that?
yeah.
What's this? Is there a draft? Or not enough oxygen?
There's no draft. The air must be low in oxygen.
What?
We've got to get outside.
Is there another exit?
Are you all right?
This
Does he have it?
is...
No way. He found it. Shit.
Eiji, can you stand? Easy. Okay,
Let's go this way.
that's it.
Quickly.
What were you doing, Eiji?
See? This is what you get for trying to play detective.
Yeah.
Sorry. Once the idea occurred to me, I just had to check it out.
What if something really happened to you?
It's just a mild case of hypoxia.
That room had been closed off for so long. The air was low in oxygen from lack of ventilation. You need to be careful, Eiji. What if there are after effects? Just when your work's finally taking off.
Something like this won't get in the way of his research. But we shouldn't be complacent. I'll stay with him for a while.
No, I'll be fine. Please look after my father.
Yoker's been with him this whole time. I'll go relieve her.
Yes.
So they bow to the doctor, she leaves. So they're going
I'll
to
go
see
too.
the
No.
father.
Wait. Haruka, show Akari what we found.
What? Oh,
Okay. Ba ba ba
I found
bam.
it in that secret room.
What is it? Looks like a walnut.
If this is the Tokijiku.
It's the real thing, isn't it? I read about it in Yoshino's manuscript. She claims she hid the last Tokijiku in a secret room.
We might be able to save my father if we give this to him. Though, I really doubt we can actually convince him to eat it.
By the way, something else came up while you were missing. I'm not sure yet, but Yayoi might not be the one who killed that detective. We found evidence that the killer was someone other than Yayoi, namely...
She said to have it hit him on the head with a rock.
There was a blood-stained flower pot among some grass in the garden. It might have been the murder weapon.
What do you mean?
Yayoi said that she bashed his head in with a rock, but that was a lie. Also, we found out that Josui Sakaki died decades ago, apparently, so our detective couldn't have been Josui.
Then, why did she...
There must be some other reason behind Yayoi's actions.
Yayoi wanted to protect Camellia, or Camellia threatened Yayoi. Okay.
Maybe she was threatened by the Scarlet Camellia, and that's why she covered for them. The Scarlet Camellia has left many tracks. Let's examine them together.
But no one's figured it out in 100 years.
Fortunately, we have two major leads. The serial novel set 100 years ago, and the nightclub story set 50 years ago. If we put them together and analyze the facts closely, I'm sure we'll get the answer.
You're right.
Akari, I want everyone to read the Shinsei Nen and Bunkei Seikai stories and these manuscripts I got from Yayoi.
Why?
I have a feeling that solving this case will require all of this information. If that's the case, everyone needs to read them.
Very well. Yes,
Okay.
let's do that.
All right, then I'll go speak with everyone.
Okay, Mind Palace. So we're gonna solve everything. Oh, I can make it. I can make it.
A murder at an inn 100 years ago. The killer was Eizan Shijima. He was carrying a red camellia, which might suggest that he was the Scarlet Camellia.
But someone killed Azon, the real Scarlet Camellia, most likely.
So he wasn't the Scarlet Camellia. The real Scarlet Camellia is someone else. There must be a clue pointing to the Scarlet Camellia within Eizan's actions.
Okay. So, many questions. Why Azan were after Yoshino? Was Azan the Camellia? What's weird about Azan's body? Why no music? Oh man. No music? Eizan was looking Yoshino for succession. Okay. Eizan wanted to organize a succession ceremony. Oh yeah. He needed Yoshino to sacrifice her for the occasion. Okay. Ah, here's the music. It was building up. Oh. Duty. Eizan was always free. So Eizan is Camellia. After he murdered Genei, Eizan left a red camellia. Had a red camellia on him. No, but it wasn't. It was now. He had a camellia on him, but if he was murdered, the camellia would have blood on it. But it was left there after the fact, so it couldn't be it. He didn't get arrested because of his contact. Yeah, the red camellia on top of the blood stain. So is Eizan had the camellia on him? No. Red camellia was on top of the Eizan's body. Maybe it fell out of his pocket. No. So for that theory to work, the blood stain would have been there. And then he fell next to the blood stain. Does not compute. Or Eizan is not Camellia, which, well, I think it is. Red Camellia was on next to the body. Somebody put it there. Like this. There was no blood on it, so somebody put it after the murder. The true Camellia, which means Eizan wasn't. Right? The blood stain next to Eizan's body, Eizan's skull. Got bunked on the head. Dead by bunk on the head. Yep. So bloodstains was next to Eizan's skull. So yeah, there was a blunt force trauma. So cause of death was a bunk on the head. Okay. So the blood stain, the cigarette. Yeah, there was a cigarette next to the body. The smash matchbox. Towako asks if Yoshino stabbed Azon. It's clear blunt force. Did you stab him? Why would you ask that? You're sus, lady. Josue's hat. Azon stole Josue's hat. The hat that Josie wore was next to Azon's body. Yep. Josie could have fought with Azon and have it yanked during the fight. The hat was put next to the body to make it look like Josué did it. So, yeah, that makes sense. Because we found Josué in a cell, he was beaten, couldn't move. Like, bonk, put the red camellia and Josué's hat. Killer put the hat in after the murder to redirect the suspicions toward Josué. Smash matchbox. Azon smashed the matchbox. Could have fight with the killer before dying. And that scuffle made the matchbox drop. And he stepped on it during the scuffle. Most likely that's what happened. Yeah, the killer smashed the matchbox. So yeah, oh, maybe the blow. No, he just shoved him, make the matchbox fell, and then he crushed it. For some reason. Okay, now it works? It didn't work before. Alright, Azon was stabbed. I don't think so. We never saw the wound. A lot of blood was next to Azon's body, face against the ground. Towako will ask if Yoshino stabbed him. So, no. Bracero, no. Oh, the cigarette next to the body. Death by poison? The cigarette was next to Azon's body. Since Camellia knows about his poison, he could have applied some on Azan's cigarette. Alright, so that's a solve. Oh wait, this. Why? No. That doesn't make sense. No. Broken light bulb, no. Tanuki in front of the door, no. Azan said that Gene was worried about Yoshino, and Yoshino thought Azan only wanted the Tokijiku. Oh. Azan was looking for Yoshino for Gene? Oh, back then. Azan said that Gene was worried about Yoshino. Did it for Gene's sake? No. He needed her for the ritual. Azan was looking for the Yoshino for the Tokijiku. Yeah, because the father left it for her. Azan was pretending to look for Yoshino, but it was obvious he was looking for the Tokijiku. Because she had it. Because her father gave the last one to her, and she was looking. We're looking all over for you. Where's the Tokijiku? Bring it in the ceremony. So why did Azan have a red camellia? Azan had a camellia on him, random. Yeah, if he's not the camellia, what did he have one on? Why did he had one on him? At the end, Azan had a camellia on him. But that doesn't mean that he was it. Could have picked it up. Oh, maybe he picked the one that was left at the door when Gene was killed. But he killed him. Then the camellia came. Yeah. Somebody gave the camellia to Azan. Okay. At the end, Azan the camellia on him. Somebody could have given him the flower. So new questions. Why does Azan can't be the camellia? Why the camellia didn't kill Gene himself? Good question. Azan didn't get arrested. Okay. Azan came back to the end. The camellia was put while Azan was absent. Yeah. Yeah, because he killed him before he went to see the patient. Azan left the inn to respond to an emergency. The camellia stuck on the door was placed after that. Somebody else could have put it there while he was away. Because he made us think that the killer was nearby and then he just left. Why didn't Camellia kill Gene himself? Camellia stuck on the door. Camellia didn't enter the chamber. Yeah, he couldn't enter the room. He just put the Camellia there. So Camellia didn't enter the room. Camellia was put in the room on the door and not inside the room. If he did, he would have triggered a trap. That made it look like the killer just left. Camellia didn't enter. And just nudged the flower against the door. Camellia didn't want to kill Genny himself. Camellia was put on the door and not in the room, leaving Izan to care of the murder, so Camellia didn't have to get in. Oh, so that's how he gets away. Camellia blackmails other people to do the murder for him, so that's why he never gets caught. That's what I think. Yeah, he didn't want to kill Genny with his own hands. He never did. That kind of makes sense. All the Camellia murders? Oh, new question. Why did the Camellia didn't kill Genny himself? Izan killed Genny rashfully. Izan had a fight with Genny that turned bad, and that could be an impulsive move that has nothing to do with the Camellia. So, new question. Why Camellia didn't enter the room? Well, couldn't enter the room because of the trap that was there. The Tanuki in front of the door. So yeah, Camellia wanted to avoid the Tanukis. Ceramic Tanukis were blocking the door. Okay, now they're saying that, oh, out of superstition, I'm not gonna enter the room because of the Tanuki's well-known cunningness, which scared the Camellia. No, I cannot enter in. If I mess with the Tanukis, they're gonna fuck me up. Psh. Yeah, I heard the Ghibli stories. I'm not gonna do that. Ooh. Nah. Alright, what else? What else? The Chijima duty? I don't think that's a thing. The Bracero was on all night. Yeah. Camille wanted to avoid the fire? What kind of line of questioning is this? The Bracero in the room was still burning this morning. I'm scared of the fire. Oh, I'm a vampire. Yeah, that's it. The Camellia is immortal, therefore a vampire. Broken light bulb. It was too dark. Maybe that's the real thing. Couldn't enter the room because it was too dark. The broken light bulb. During the nighttime, the room will be filled with darkness. Don't make it look like he was afraid of the dark. Oh, I'm afraid of the dark. Okay, do I miss the question? Solve. Alright. So Apparently I reached a conclusion. I have no idea where I'm going with this. No idea where I'm going with this. But it's probably Tomoko. Tomoko is a Scarlet Killer.
All right. This is everything we know about Azon.
Okay.
I'm sure the answer lies somewhere in here. But it's still not enough.
Yeah.
We have to consider the other people too.
More clues? Another line of reasoning. So yeah, what do...
Shijima's son, Saeta, his
Yep.
wife Ayame, and Towako Nagahama. One of them could be the Scarlet Camellia.
We can't leave out Josui Sakaki either.
Eh.
He might have been imprisoned, but he was around for Azon's murder.
Let's recall what they were doing at the time.
Okay. In this chapter 6, the imaginary speck of reflection will manifest more than once. Press L3 to go from one space to the next. Oh, this is the path that I already found. That's the second one. Alright, so... which of these people is the most suspect? Josui? Josui could be Camellia. Josui claimed to have eternal youth because his real name is Josui Sasaki. How could it be? How can he act throughout the ages as Camellia? It's most possible that his chase after Camellia was a ruse. And Josui is the only one person to act inside of 100 years. So his suicide attempt in 1973 would be a fake, if that's the case. Okay. What's suspect about Josui? Do I have all that? Unresolved conflict between Josui and the Camellia. Josui wanted to steal the Tokichiku. That was a thing. Since he's a Sasaki, he could claim, okay, those fruit belong to me while chasing Camellia. This fruit was wanted as much for research and money, but what are his motive? Well, he's a Sasaki. He wants to have the tree back. He wants to bring back the tradition, I think. So Yoshino and Josui avoided that we learn more about them. Josui wanted to test Yoshino. Josui didn't want the police to investigate the Ginzaku, maybe to gauge Yoshino's deductive skill and decide if he's gonna make an ally or a rival out of her. Okay. Josui helped solve the cabaret murder. Yeah, he was there. Josui is the link between all the dramas. Every drama, including the Ginzaku and the nightclub, has a point in common. Sakaki Josui. One more. Saita did everything to protect the family. No, that doesn't make sense. So... Ah, it didn't fit the first time, and now it's better because I got it closer. Josui went to the inn to participate with the ceremony. Yeah. He asked to assist the succession ceremony. Worried about a potential drama, but did he add other plans? Alright, so that's all about Josui being the sus. So who else? Saita. Can Saita be Camellia? Only son of Azan, Saita is the next in line for the head of the family. Will he create the Saita, the Camellia persona to kill everybody, will threaten the interests of his family? No, why would he kill his father? To be next in line, but that's weak sauce. What's sus about Saita? Okay. So what's sus about Saita? Doing everything to protect the family. Will do anything for the sake of the Chijima clan, yeah. Oh yeah, he covered the murder of Azan for the sake of the Shijima. It's more important to him. Yeah. He also covered Gede's murder as well. His uncle. Suspicious glance. I didn't see that, but apparently, oh, Saita tries to pin the murder on Yoshino. Next to Azan's body, Saita seems to suspect Yoshino, without any proof. Yeah. The Dayami, no. Tawako found the bot, no. Saito rejected responsibility. Saito had resentment against Azan. He didn't want that. Okay. Saita seems to be frustrated of Azan's disdain. Yeah, I think Azan didn't want his son to be head of the family. I want to be the head of the family. No. Die, father. The lame excuse. Oops. Saita brought lame excuses. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Saita pushed Ayami on purpose? Oh, when she dropped the glasses. Oh, when Ayami lost her glasses, Saita did. Oh, I didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, that felt weird. Like, she knocked her and the glasses fell off the window? And it's a window like this one. This is weak sauce. Still weak sauce. Yep. Still got a message. Yeah, Windows security, shut up. One last thing. Oh. Saito explained everything to Yoshino. I don't see how it's sus. Saito revealed the secret of the Shinjima to destabilize her. Oh. No, I don't think he did that to weaken her morale against the pursuit of the Camellia. That doesn't make sense. Alright, so that's all about Saita. Suspect number 3. Ayame. Can Ayame be the Camellia? Aya being Saita's wife. The next in line. That she sees him as a good for nothing. Ayame feeling that the Chijima family was in the drop. Could act in the shadow as Camellia. Okay, she infiltrated the family by marrying a good for nothing son next in line. Tried to puppet everything. So, what's make her sus? The animosity between Tawako and Yoshino. Yeah, she didn't like neither of them. Yeah, she was a bitch. During the Lantern Festival, she was very much bitchy. Maybe she saw the presence of Yoshino and Tawako as a hindrance. Yeah, I got some plans and you guys are in the way. What are you doing? You don't belong here. You're not Chijima. Bad eyesight. I don't think that's She was on the TZ. She was Sass. Sass on the wrong side. She was on the wrong side of Sass. Ayami has a secret on Saita. Wait, what? Ayami was already hard towards Saita. As if she... Okay. So they saying that Saita let her bully him because she had something on him. I don't think that's... Ayami contacted Azan. Ayami and Azan were accomplices. Were they? Ayami seems to treat Azan with respect. Maybe they're accomplices when things go south. Pushing Ayami to kill his father-in-law. Nah. Tawako asked if Yoshino stabbed Azan. Oh. Yeah, the look she gave Yoshino when they found the body. She wanted to pin Azan's murder on Yoshino as well. They were ready to pin this on her very hard. Ayami asked what Yoshino was doing next to Azan's body, but with an accusatory tone. She wanted to pin this on Yoshino. Okay, so the last one. Tawako. Suspect number 4. It was Tawako the Camellia. Azan was killed by Camellia, but who was he? If he had the flower, Azan had a link with Camellia. And probably he was helping it. And Tawako was his lover. Maybe she killed him because he was a liability. Okay. So maybe Azan was Camellia's accomplice, and if Tawako comes in pretending to be a lover, she had a weird look on her. She had a harsh look on her. So what makes her think that Tawako is sus? Tawako didn't like tobacco. She had a weird, ew, what are you smoking? Tawako doesn't seem to appreciate Azan smoking. She must hate the smell of tobacco. That doesn't make her sus, that makes her a girl. New question. Oh, okay, because I got all my... So we need to put the pin on who is the real Camellia. Okay, discussion between Josue and Gene. No. The early return... Oh, the early departure of Tawako. Yeah, she left the Lantern Festival early, claiming that she wanted to get a drink, but she feels like, oh. Yeah, she faked an illness and then she left. Yeah, that was sus. Like, oh, I don't feel so good, I'm gonna go up early, and then we found out in the next morning she was drunk as hell. Oh, she was not well enough to assist a ceremony, but she felt good enough to get drunk at the restaurant. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna leave you with that music because I cannot hold it in anymore. Be right back. Okay, back. Sorry about that. Let's go back to the game, shall we? Alright, so. Don't think that's it. Afflicted look. Tawako was not happy with Azon. Tawako, Azon's lover, seems to be manipulated, saying that she would let himself be influenced by out of love, but maybe she was hiding her insatisfaction. Yeah, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna do anything for my boyfriend because I love him." Yeah, she just says something like that. No. Nothing. Tawako found Azon's body first. And Tawako asked if Yoshino stabbed Azon when it was clearly blunt force trauma. Yeah, usually, they killed it. They killed them themselves and pretend to find them first, so they won't get suspected. Yeah, I've seen this happen more than once. Tawako tried to pin it. Yeah, so all three people, tried to pin the blame on Yoshino. Tawako seems to be the most likely suspect that she's the Scarlet. So I'm gonna try with that approach. Okay.
Now we have all the clues. The
Okay.
Scarlet Camellia from 100 years ago is...
Most likely this person.
probably that person. Now then, the next question is, if the Scarlet Camellia is in this house right now, who would it be?
Oh!
It wasn't Yayoi who killed the detective calling himself Nishimari. Eiji and Akari were with me the whole time, so they couldn't have done it. Same goes for Ryoe, who was asleep. That leaves Kazunaga, Mitsunori, Yoko, and Takehiko. Let's recall what they were doing at the time.
Oh! Akari couldn't have done it, but... Okay, so it has to be Saita. Because... They saying that the Camellia...
Camellia is in this house right
Yeah,
now.
if the Camellia is in this house, it has to be Saita.
I'll find the thread, connecting the past and the present.
Is Camellia still alive? Hello, Tyler. How you doing? Doing okay? I think I'm about to finish this game. I wanted to probably leave it another day, but I felt like, you know what? Might as well push it a little bit further. Yeah, the camellia was found in the residence, so he has to be alive. Nishimari found a red camellia after Ryoe has been poisoned. The red camellia, the scarlet camellia is alive, and he's standing in this house. So next question is, who is the camellia among people who are in this room? So there's Takehiko. So either Sakari, the Shijima gardener, work with him to infiltrate the establishment. The information supplied by the camellia are also strange. If he was leading us from the beginning, since he knows every whereabouts of the garden. Okay, so what makes him a suspect? Okay, so the others are Kazunaga, maybe Camellia killed the real Kazunaga took his place, which would allow him to move in the residence without any problem. Okay. No, I don't think it's Kasunaga, because he knows the secret hideout. Okay, so Mitsunori. If Mitsunori is the camellia, that means that he was also Saita. Mitsunori seems to be seems to know about the Shijima's past. If he was the Scarlet Camellia with Eternal Youth, that would explain why he knows so much. Maybe Camellia took the place of the real Mitsunori. Okay. That's how they would go for it. Okay. And the fourth one, wait. The fourth one would be Yoko. Where's Yoko? Shijima Yoko. Yoko, Ryohei's second wife, could have been Camellia, married to Ryohei to access the Shishima secrets. And what if it was her who were behind the unexplained deaths and Ryohei's first wife's disease? Yeah, she poisoned the first wife with cancer. Yeah, of course. Alright, so we're done with that part. Is Camellia still alive? No. Ginsago didn't believe in Okay, so somebody else. So the real Camellia died. It's somebody else who claimed to be it. So it's whether or not we believe in eternal youth. Somebody probably took the yeah, passed the torch after Camilla's death. Yeah, that's probably it. Because usually in mystery novels like this, you always remove the supernatural. So here, they said, okay, besides Eternal Youth and the Tokijiku stuff, cross out everything that involves the supernatural. No mummy, no aliens, no psychic people with psychic ability. Okay, what's suspicious about Kusanagi? His temperament, his temper. No, it's not. Apparently, it's not anything suspect. Kusanagi suspect Haruka of poisoning. Yeah, he did. Kusanagi accused Haruka first. Or he was the first to accuse Haruka. Yeah, when Ryohei fell, Kusanagi was the first to accuse me, while Nishimari checked the cups also. So why? Nah, he's just an oaf. He's just an oaf. Don't mind him. Oh, maybe it goes there. No? 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 Okay, not here. Kusanagi. What, pacing? That's sus about him? Because he's pacing? Oh, he's looking for the Tokijiku. Kusanagi seems to be agitated at the end of the gathering. He was looking for the Tokijiku. He wouldn't admit to as much if that was him. Shijima cursed. Kusanagi was looking for the Tokijiku. Eiji outraged by Kusanagi looking for the Tokijiku. Yeah. Kusanagi knew that Ryohei wouldn't die. After being poisoned, Kusanagi was like after the poisoning, Kusanagi was looking for the Tokijiku. When a father neared the death, why would he be like this? Did he knew that the poison dose wasn't lethal? Oh. Kusanagi was blamed for finding the secret room, but that doesn't prove he's the Camellia. I think his story was true. Nah, grudge against his own father. That's sus. Okay, we're done with Kusanagi. What's intriguing about Kusanagi? His big feet? That's the only thing he has. Kusanagi was doubting the existence of the Tokijiku, yeah. Was skeptical. Maybe the subject of Eternal Yule was bothering him and he wanted to hide that by being doubtful. Okay. His temper. His impulsiveness make him violent. Kazunaga grabbed Nishimari by the neck after one remark. So yeah, his impulsiveness make him go violent. So he could have murdered. And then we have oh, the cigarette in the bathroom. Yeah, I forgot about that. Kazunaga and Eizan are both smokers. Even been played by the same guy. Kazunaga created a fire by smoking in the toilet. Eizan, suspected of being the Camellia, was smoking too. They have that in common. Besides being acted by the same guy, maybe it's the comedian who smokes, and that carries over. Well, about that. So, what's sus about Mitsunari? Really? Alright. Thank you, Tyler. Mitsune wanted to leave the scene of the crime as is. What's sus about that? That's like the thing to do. Oh, he didn't want an investigation. A lot more. I can add. Let me get. Yeah, no problem. Do your thing. Do your thing. Since since I'm gonna be hosting some collab soon with I need I'm gonna need. There's gonna be more trafficking in my foot trafficking on this page, and I'm probably gonna need more mods to if I want to do my collabs in peace. So yeah, I appreciate everything you do. Mitsunori seems to preserve the scene of the crime. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Mitsunori's hope in Aruka? Is that sus? Mitsunori knew that Nishimari was a fake name. Well, yeah, it was a fake name because he read the book, right? Mitsunori said, "You gave birth to the original Nishimari Makoto." No, that only means no. That theory sucks. That only means that he read Haruka's books. .ru. All right. Damn Russian. Maybe that goes there. What's intriguing in Mitsunori? But he knew Haruka, so what? So what if he knew? So he reads a lot of mystery novels, yeah. He knows the Nishimari Makoto's detective series, okay. The first, okay, Mitsunari made research on Haruka. The first day we meet, Mitsunari was already knew me. Yeah, that's not. Mitsunari scandal. Oh, Mitsunari was holding the candle with his injured arm. Well, it's only a candlestick. He said he cannot. He said that he cannot bring. He cannot lift heavy object. A candlestick is not that heavy. Nijimas are cursed. The Nijimas are cursed. Mitsunari wanted to dissuade the investigation on his family. Yeah, that's something you have in common with Saita. Mitsunari said his family is cursed. Maybe he wanted to scare us to stop investigating on the family. Yeah, the worst that could happen is like nobody can say viewers anymore on my channel. Mitsunari was looking after Ryohei. Mitsunari wanted to observe Ryohei's state while he studied medicine. God damn it. After the poisoning, Mitsunari stayed by his father's side. He wanted to make sure that the poison was working. What kind of paranoid thinking is this? My God. The oxygen levels. Mitsunari was aware of the secret room. Yeah. Well, oh no, wait, he said no. Mitsunari seems to know about the secret room. But he was like, how come you didn't tell me? And then he says, oh, low oxygen, stuff like that. So yeah, that makes him sus more and more, alright. So apparently I was wrong. So what's suspicious about Yoko? Saraki, Yoko. Yoko asked how to identify a culprit. That's not sus. It's because she doesn't know. Yeah, most of those had special characters from the pricks. Okay. If that works, right, Wisebot won't even get a chance as Twitch Automod will catch all the messages from the bot. Yeah, okay. So they put special characters and that's what you get. Alright. Gotcha. Yoko asked how to identify the culprit. There's a lot of bogus. There's a lot of bogus hypotheses, but it's fine. Yoko. Intriguing about Yoko. Nothing. Yoko knows about the red camellia. That doesn't make her sus. Well, that's intriguing about her, but I've used this somewhere else. I just copied all the terms over, as like one of the terms catches them almost 99% of the time. Okay, so this is a game made by Square Enix. It's called the Centennial Cases Shijima Story. So it's basically a visual novel that focuses more on the visual part than the novel part. It's original dub in Japanese, but you can use the subtitles for any language. But to get as much people in both language for the visually impaired, I decided to put the English dub, which sucks. It's a very bad dub. It's like kung fu movie level of bad, and put it in French. So right now, this is why the game is in French, and I'm translating as it goes, but I'm leaving the cutscene in English with the French subtitles. So yeah, so basically it's a century-old case that revolves around a fruit that gives eternal youth. It's a secret of one family who is in charge of protecting the fruit, and also there's some sort of serial killer that creates every 10 years one of the member of the Shijima clan dies every 10 years. So the story happens in 2022. It was released in 2022, and this intrigue goes all the way back to 1902 or 1922. Sorry, 1922. So every 10 years, when the year ends with 2, there's a murder or an unexplained death. And yeah, right now we have a poisoned father who had a non-lethal dose of arsenic in his tea, and we're trying to find, the fruit to cure him, because theoretically the fruit heals the parts of the cell that the arsenic tries to break. Because every year there's people, specifically people who study medicine, who try to study the effects on the fruit. Like, it gives eternal youth, but it doesn't give immortality. And basically they're human sacrifice in the sake of scientific research. And nowadays it's brought to the point that, okay, we need another person with the Tokijiku so we can study the DNA and how the telomeres are being created. And if the theory has been proven correct, this fruit can cure cancer. That's why it's so important. But at the same time, a lot of people in the Chijima clan are being sick and tired of being experimented on. Like the person who inherits the fruit gets to live like 100 years, but has to be sacrificed for the sake of science. And for so long they tried to stop the tradition, and people say no, even though there's a secret, there's a big intrigue. So yeah, there was a different story. Like this is chapter 6, but there were like murders around 1922, and then there were another big event in 1972, and then there's something that's happening right now, and it's all connected through characters in books, manuscripts, notes, something that were published pretending to be, pulp or mystery stuff. And then we figure out, oh my god, it's all real. It's all real. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that, you know what, I don't think eternal youth exists, and either it's a same either it's a 100-year-old killer that's been killing people every 10 years, or there's been an original killer and then he passed away, and then somebody who knew about them carried over and now is doing the killing. So there was a nightclub. Yoko knew about the nightclub. She used to work there before it became a theater. Okay, so now we're trying to find why is Yoko, which is Ryohei, the patriarch. Yoko is his second wife. We're trying to figure out why would she be it. Yoko in incense in memory of Miyuki. Miyuki being the first wife that died of cancer. So yeah, Yoko burns incense for Miyuki. Like, why? Okay. So what's sus about Yoko? There was the nightclub was called the Red Camellia as well, the Scarlet Camellia. So we're trying to think that probably the Scarlet Camellia was named after the killer, or the other way around. Yoko used to be an actress. Maybe she's using her experience to pretend after Ryohei being collapsed. Yoko's stage name was Kyo, which was an abbreviation of his character in the name. So Yoko might as well be a fake name. Either a real name is Kyo or Yoko. So yeah. If Ryo was a fake name, what if Yoko isn't? Yoko knew about the eternal youth once married. So probably Yoko has eternal youth. Yoko only knew after the wedding about the Shijima researchers and wasn't interested. Maybe because she already asked. No. I don't think she does. Doesn't hold. There's a lot of garbage hypotheses amongst. What's suspicious about the gardener, Kusakari? Ryohei unearthed the bones in the cherry tree himself. So maybe the gardener kept the secret from his boss. Kusakari says that Ryohei found the bones. But then again, why did he dig near the cherry tree unless he suspected something to be there? Kusaraki extinguished the fire. Well, that's nothing suspicious. Why is it suspicious? Kusakari wanted to trap Kazunaga with fire? Kusakari, oh, okay, so they accuse him of putting the cardboard boxes by the window, knowing that Kuzunaga always smoke in the bathroom and throw the cigarette by the window, which triggered the fire, but he didn't extinguish it right after. Maybe, yeah, he wanted to trap Kazunaga. No. No. The intrigue makes more sense if it's Mitsunori. Okay, we're still gonna... Yeah, the conclusion is here. But I'm still gonna finish filling up the blanks. So... What suspect about... Okay, so Kusakari is standing the cherry tree for a while. So he knows already a lot about the Chijimas. No, weak. Oh, Kuzaraki didn't know that Ryoe was poisoned. Kuzakari wanted to stay as far as the poisoning as possible. Yeah, but he's been ordered to not set foot in the estate as long as the ceremony was over. He had no idea that it was ended early because of the poisoning. That's well written, by the way, like bringing back small details from the previous case, bring it back at the end to see, oh, maybe it was an act. There's a lot of thinking in this game. Yoko sat by the entrance. Oh, the stolen rope in the shed. Yeah, he said the rope was stolen, but what if? Yeah, he knew that he was stolen without any proof. Oh, the rope is gone. Could I have misplaced it? No, it's been stolen. I'm sure of it. Alright. Oh, that could be interesting detail. Kuzaraki waited before speaking. Yeah, he was listening on the conversation about Camellia. Was waiting in front of us while giving the Bunge Sekai magazine. He wanted to hear what we think about the Scarlet Camellia. Yeah, but why didn't you say anything? Why did you give it earlier? I didn't know. We really did. All right, I think we're done. We're done. Yeah, we're done. Of course, we're not using all the stuff. If the pieces don't fit, maybe it's because we don't need them. Okay.
Haruka, let's hear your reasoning. Of all the mysteries surrounding the Scarlet Camellia, what do you find most unusual?
Azan, people of the past, people of the present. People of the past. Who's the suspect? What's suspicious about? I'm gonna go with Saita. Same pattern as Nishimari. Well, no, that's not good. 100 years ago, Seta was left alone in the command of the Shijima. Many suspect points have been revealed in his subject. I think that a secret about him being the Camellia hides somewhere. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Our personal opinion doesn't matter in the investigation anyway, so I could always skip this part.
It seems you have your thoughts in order.
Yes. Everything makes sense to me now.
Let's see how it goes. Now we have everybody here.
All right. I think I've taken everything into account.
Okay.
All the clues I've collected can lead to only one answer. The Scarlet Camellia is...
Too early to say? Could only be this person. Okay, we're gonna go with this.
That's it.
So now we have a
Where
Kari
is everyone?
and AG.
They're reading the materials as asked.
Okay.
They should be done soon, I think.
In that case, let's ask everyone to join us.
Does that mean?
Yeah.
You solved it?
There you are. I need to speak with everyone. Could you come to the main hall, please?
If it's about those manuscripts, I've read them. But I'm sorry, I don't have time for your deductions now.
But...
Don't get me wrong. You'd make a great detective. And I was wrong to make fun of you. But now is not the time. I'm more concerned with finding out who poisoned my father. I don't care how insignificant. If you found any clue...
Well, Kazanaga...
Logic knocked the door.
You're in luck. Because the path of logic lines up.
The path of logic lines up toward the truth.
Thank you all for coming. And thank you for reading the Shinseinen and Bungei Seikai stories, as well as
The manuscripts.
these two manuscripts right here.
Is it okay that I'm here?
Of course. I'd like you to hear me out, Dr.
Oh!
King, as someone with a different perspective.
Oh my god, what if it's Kiryu?
All of this true?
There were a few holes here and there.
Oh
but it's
shit!
consistent with what I know. I think we can say it all really happened.
Yes. I carried out my reasoning on the premise that these stories are true, and arrived at the
My
one
original
only
theory was
conclusion.
Kawako, but what if it's her? Yeah, she could be the doctor.
Figured it out?
Holy
That's
fuck.
what I want to verify here
Okay,
with
well, I'm
your
gonna
kind assistance.
Okay.
To solve this mystery, there are 3 keys. The first is the serial novel set over 100 years ago, written by one Yoshino Shijima.
Yeah.
The second is the story of a singer murdered at the Scarlet Camellia nightclub in the Showa era. And
Chapter 3.
the third is the 2 crimes that took place here today.
Chapter 2.
Ryo's poisoning and the murder of that detective. I believe that the culprit behind these 2 crimes is the same person as the Scarlet Camellia, who was also in the Taisho era.
Wait a second. Someone who was alive a century ago is responsible for today's crimes?
I understand how that might be hard to believe, but I'm sure you saw that red camellia today. That is the thread that connects the past and the present. As for the Scarlet Camellia,
Camellia is alive in the residence. Somebody took the relay after the death of the real Camellia. Oh. So... should I go with the original? Okay. If I go with he's alive and he's in this room, it's Saita / Nishimori. If I'm going with there's no such thing as eternal youth. The Camellia is just somebody is just two killers, but that contradicts herself. So it's got to be this. All right, let's try this first.
The Scarlet Camellia ate the Tokijiku and became ageless, and they're with us here, right now.
What?
Let's take a look at the clues we have. First, the murder of Gene Shijima at the Riverside Inn in the Taisho era. I began by asking myself whether Eizan was the Scarlet Camellia. He had a red camellia on him, but does that really mean he's the Scarlet Camellia?
No. Eizan is not the Camellia.
Eizan was not the Scarlet Camellia. He was merely an accomplice. The murder of Gene at the inn is evidence of that. What caught my attention was...
Eizan had a camellia on him. Camellia was placed while Eizan was gone. Somebody gave... Okay, no. The camellia was put while Eizan was gone.
Yoshino found the red camellia outside Gene's room, not inside it. I want you to recall that Yoshino went to Gene's room in the middle of the night. At that time, she didn't see a red camellia.
Yes, there wasn't.
That means someone at the inn put it there sometime between night and morning.
To make them think.
Since Eizan wasn't at the inn that night, that removes him from the list of suspects.
Yes.
In the first place, if he was the Scarlet Camellia, he could have just put the camellia next to the body.
In the room.
So the Scarlet Camellia was someone who was there at that inn.
Yep.
Yes. But it was Eizan himself who actually committed the murder. That's an important point. Why didn't the Scarlet Camellia kill Gene?
Perhaps they had a policy of not getting their hands dirty.
I don't think that's it. At the very least, they killed Eizan personally at the Shijima house later on.
Yeah.
So there was some reason they couldn't do the same to Gene.
That's right. The real Scarlet Camellia.
Didn't want to kill Gene himself. Camellia couldn't enter the room. Eizan killed Gene rationally. This is good. But if Eizan killed Gene rationally, they couldn't have talked as to how he did it. And if that was the case, Scarlet knew that she couldn't enter the room because of Eizan's plan to make him killed. Making him, because the Scarlet knew he couldn't enter the room. Because he knew how he killed it. It's not that he wanted it. Okay, we'll try this. We're gonna try this.
The real Scarlet Camellia was unable to enter Gene's room.
Because it was rigged.
Well, why is that?
The Scarlet Camellia has left many hints about that. You'll find them in the words and actions of a particular character in the manuscripts.
So, one of the characters in these manuscripts is the real Scarlet Camellia?
Yes. And that person is...
Okay, so now we're going through all the people. I don't think it's Josui. There's Saita, there's Ayame. Towako. And Josui. I want to go with Towako. That's my first guess. If it's Towako, the doctor is the real Camellia. Because, oh, I just happened to get here before the landslide. I managed to... That's too much of a coincidence. And the game made a big effort to put our focus towards everyone else. Nobody blames the doctor. I mean, come on. That's a big twist. That's how I would have written the story. So let's go with Towako. If it's not, it's Saita.
That person is Towako Nagahama. And the clue to her identity is the fact that...
She tried to accuse Yoshino by stabbing, while the cause of death was clearly a blunt to the head. I'll try this.
When Eizan was murdered, Towako tried to cast suspicion on Yoshino. I think she did so because she was the Scarlet Camellia.
But doesn't it make sense to suspect the person found right next to the body?
Yoshino already hated Eizan for killing her father, so of course she would be a suspect.
Well, sure, you could say that.
But...
Is there a more logical explanation?
Yeah.
A logical explanation why Towako is the Scarlet Camellia. Well, I can't think of anything.
Oh, come on. Okay. So, let's see where the game is gonna warp me, because the game's gonna send me towards the end of my latest right answer. So either I got it right and I got the proof wrong, or I got the whole thing wrong altogether. So let's see where it leads me.
Haruka, let's hear your reasoning. Of all the mysteries surrounding the Scarlet Camellia, what do you find most unusual?
It's sad that I cannot skip over this.
It seems you have your thoughts in order.
Yes, everything makes sense to me now. That person is Towako Nagahama.
Oh!
And the clue to her identity is the fact that...
So I was right. It's her. She left early.
Towako excused herself from the lantern ceremony and returned to her room early. Maybe she just wasn't interested.
She faked an illness.
But I got the impression that the way she left the ceremony was quite abrupt. There was an insurmountable reason why she couldn't take part. Both times, she was avoiding something.
Avoiding something?
Yes. This same thing prevented the Scarlet Camellia from entering Genei's room. And that's...
It was getting dark.
The Scarlet Camellia didn't want to enter a pitch-dark room.
They're afraid of the dark?
No.
Even so, couldn't they just bring a light source with them? There must have been a lantern somewhere in that inn.
I suppose that's true.
Ah.
So they were avoiding something else.
Okay, so I'm in the right spot thinking that it was Towako. Great. But now the sound files are running away. This game is a little bit buggy.
Let's hear your reasoning. Of all the mysteries surrounding the Scarlet Camellia, what do you find most unusual?
Your mother. Alright. Random sound check.
Seems you have your thoughts in order.
Yes, everything makes sense to me now.
I'm losing more and more sound files.
Waiting something.
Yes. This same thing prevented the Scarlet Camellia from entering Genne's room. And that's...
She wasn't afraid of the fire. She wasn't afraid of the dark. I guess it's the Tanukis because they're involved in the trap, but I don't think it's because they're cursed.
the Shigaraki Tanuki statue. The Scarlet Camellia was afraid of it.
No!
Because Tanuki are said to be witch people.
No!
They can also turn into kettles,
No,
walk on
no.
tightropes, trick
Why the
elderly
fire? I
couples,
don't get
and kill
it.
sweet old ladies. The Scarlet Camellia wouldn't dare
Haruka.
to.
You should probably stop talking.
You sound stupid.
Why?
Everybody is like, why? Mouth job. Bruh. Yeah, me too. I think you're stupid too. Stop. Stop. Just stop. So why the fire? Why was she afraid of the fire? I mean, that would explain why she hates to see Izan smoke.
Haruka,
That would explain why she left the lantern, because they have to turn out light. But I don't understand why she's afraid of the fire. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Otherwise, she is a vampire. She's actually afraid of the fire because she's a vampire. Even though the rule of, all except of the eternal youth, all supernatural element must be null and ignored. Just like the Tanuki curse.
waiting something.
Yes. This same thing prevented the Scarlet Camellia from entering Genne's room. And that's...
That's dumb.
Genne's room had a charcoal brazier. that was still burning in the morning. The Scarlet Camellia, that is to say, Toako, was afraid of fire.
Fire?
Yes, that's also why she didn't take part in the ceremony.
Might just be a coincidence.
No. There's one more piece of circumstantial evidence. That is...
Circumstantial evidence. Thank you for... Azan smash the matchbox? Maybe the killer... No, the killer smashed the matchbox. I hate fire and anything that produces fire.
When Azan was murdered, next to his body was a matchbox that had been stepped on. I think that's also a sign that the Scarlet Camellia was afraid of fire.
Huh? What do you mean?
If Toako was afraid of fire, Azan would have known that.
No, I don't like it when you smoke.
When he was attacked by Toako, Azan tried to fend her off by lighting a match. But she managed to crush the matchbox and kill him.
Ah, I get it. The Scarlet Camellia is also a member of the Sakaki clan because the Shijima burned the village to the ground. That's why she's afraid of fire.
From what I read,
Okay, it makes
Saita
sense
and
now.
Ayame were also in the area when Azan was killed. Can you conclude that Towako was the killer because of a matchbox?
Even if we ignore the matches, there's still another piece of evidence. Namely,
Poison cigarette? No. Stabbed? No. Blunt to the head. But what does it prove that Camellia King is on? No, I'm gonna go with blunt to the head.
according to what Yoshino wrote, Azan was bleeding from the head. I'm
Yep.
sure that was what killed him. Being Azan's companion, Toako, could get close enough to deliver such a blow.
Not just Toako. Anyone could have just snuck up behind Azan, right? That doesn't sound like definitive proof.
And now that you mention it, let's try this again.
So it's poisoned by cigarette? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Poisoned by cigarette? For real? And here the music is back. But not the sound effects.
Haruka, let's hear your reasoning. Of all the mysteries surrounding the Scarlet Camellia, what do you find most unusual? It seems you have your thoughts in order.
Yes, everything makes sense to me now. When Azan was murdered, next to his body,
That's the only line of logic between what's been said and what's
was
we
a
found.
heavy smoker. Toako murdered him by poisoning his cigarettes. Such a plan could only be carried out by someone close to him.
But that doesn't explain all the blood at the scene. He definitely wasn't poisoned to death.
He was poisoned.
Oh my god, so he was actually stabbed? But that doesn't explain the...
In the head, and then stabbed in the chest.
What the hell?
Why would the killer do all that?
To, hide the fact that he'd been poisoned.
That's overkill.
I'm sorry. Let's try this again.
Oh, Haruka. Everybody wants to force their thought into... Haruka, let's do all the thinking. This is stupid. We don't want to solve the murder, so we let it all on you. So when you make stupid mistakes, naughty, naughty, naughty. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Haruka, let's hear your reasoning. Of all the mysteries surrounding the Scarlet Camellia, what do you find most unusual? It seems you have your thoughts in order.
Yes. Everything makes sense to me now. When Azon was...
Okay, so no poison. He was actually stabbed.
How did Yoshino describe the scene of the crime when she found Azon's body? I believe there was a pool of blood under his chest. But the body was lying prone, and there was a lot of blood from a wound to his head. Only the killer would see that and assume that the victim had been stabbed. Do you remember what it was Towako actually said to Yoshino? Did you stab him? She asked. She knew he'd been stabbed because she was the one who did it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
I don't fully get it, but
It's dumb.
even if this Telco person was the killer back then, who was it who attempted to kill Mr. Shijima?
Let's get back to the present. Towako was the Scarlet Camellia, and she's in this house right now. But who could she really be?
Yoko? Kazunaga? Itsunori? Takehiko? Or the doctor? I don't think it's Yoko. I'll go with Kiryu Megumi.
We'll use the process of elimination. First
Ah.
up, Yayoi.
Oh.
Yayoi does all the housework for the Shijima family. She prepares tea and meals, so there's no way she could avoid using fire.
Ah.
Next up, Yoko.
She burns incense.
Yoko lights incense regularly for Miyuki, Ryoei's first wife. Naturally, this proves she is not afraid of fire. Moving on to Kazunaga.
He smokes.
Kazunaga smokes, right? The fire earlier, with the cardboard boxes, was started by one of his cigarettes. This means he can be excluded. So, what about Takehiko?
Well,
When he saw the fire, he was the first person to go near it and try to put it out.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like the actions of someone afraid of fire. that doesn't leave many people. Mitsunori. When we searched for the secret room earlier, Mitsunori was holding a lit candle. That proves him innocent. And at the time the detective was murdered, Eiji, Akari, and I were all in the main hall, so we have alibis.
Wait, that doesn't leave anyone.
Except the doctor.
It leaves one person, doesn't it? And that's you, Dr. Kiryu.
The doctor. I can't believe it.
Wait a minute. This is my very first time in this house. Why would I have done anything like that?
Is it really your first time here?
Huh?
Just now, when we were looking for Eiji, you said that he was headed for the storehouse.
Oh.
How did you know this estate had a storehouse?
I saw it on my way here.
You
No.
had time to see the storehouse all the way at the back of the house?
Well,
It was not in the way. It was impossible.
And didn't you also say Eiji's condition won't get in the way of his research? If this is your first time meeting him, then how did you know about his work?
Well, I saw it in that interview.
What interview? Where exactly? You have been with Ryoe ever since you arrived at this house, haven't you?
I read the interview a few days ago.
Then why didn't you show any sign of recognition when you saw Eiji?
Oh.
Your manner suggested that you didn't know anything about this family.
I saw no need to bring it up. Besides, the reason I'm here is because I was contacted about Roy's poisoning.
How?
Doesn't that mean I couldn't have been the one to poison him?
He was poisoned by...
Would it have been Yayoi? Fuck it.
There's no mistake. You were the one who poisoned him.
Didn't I just explain myself? I came here after receiving word that Roy had been poisoned.
You could have been here before you were contacted.
Even if I had, it'd be crazy of me to sneak into the kitchen and slip poison into the teapot. Anyone could have entered at any time and seen me.
Who told you it was the teapot?
Perhaps no one seeing you was just incredibly lucky.
I don't know about that. It was that detective who put the tea in the teapot. He would have definitely noticed any sort of poison in it.
But it wasn't me who poisoned the tea, right?
It seems that way.
But what?
Nothing.
So it wasn't her.
Haruka, let's hear your reasoning. Of all the mysteries surrounding the Scarlet Camellia, what do you find most unusual? It seems you have your thoughts in order.
Yes. Everything makes sense to me now. We'll use the process of elimination for...
Okay. So it wasn't you.
It wasn't you who administered the poison.
Exactly.
When you think about it, wasn't it that detective? The fake Nishimari who poisoned the tea?
What? I don't think he had any opportunity to sneak into the kitchen, though.
You did it in
When
front of
Yayoi
everybody.
brought the tea into this room, he started inspecting the cups and teapot right away.
He was putting the lace in.
That's when he slipped the poison that was hidden in his palm into the tea. If you are the culprit, Dr. Kiryu, then that detective must have been your accomplice. After all, he was the one who called you, while claiming to have contacted the hospital.
I think you're right.
Then he killed it.
And remember what Eiji said? Arsenic has no taste or smell. That detective said it was arsenic after tasting it. Which means he was either lying, or he already knew what the poison was. In any case, everything about him was dubious.
But wasn't he the ageless detective, Josui, from the stories?
Well, Nishimari is the protagonist of her book. Plus, Josui lost his life 50 years ago. If it's true.
Earlier today, I saw a newspaper article about the death of one Josui Kusaka nearly 50 years ago. That detective, the fake Nishimari, wasn't ageless or anything. He was just an actor hired by Dr. Kiryu.
But whatever for?
To create a medical emergency that would allow her, disguised as a doctor, to enter this house. It is the rule here that the head of the Shijima family does everything first. Therefore, it was very likely that Byoe would be the first one poisoned. Playing the role of doctor, she'd have the best seat in the house to watch Byoe suffer.
So you never had any intention of helping my father?
Yep.
How could you?
The detective had served his purpose, so you killed him, and then watched as we all made fools of ourselves. The mastermind behind a string of murders over 100 years. The Scarlet Camellia, who was made ageless by the Tokijiku. That's you. Dr. Kiryu. Or should I say, Tohoko.
Murders over 100 years? Ageless? You have quite the imagination. But that has nothing to do with me. As I understand it, you concluded that the detective's killer was someone named Yayoi.
No. She could not have murdered that detective.
Because of the potted.
Yayoi isn't the killer. Because...
It wasn't a rock.
the real murder weapon we discovered was the blood-stained flower pot. Yayoi claims to have hit him in the head with a rock, but she was lying about it. She wasn't the real murderer at all.
And what evidence is there that I am the Scarlet Camellia?
There is one simple way. we can prove whether you are the killer.
Light the fire. Lighter.
If you're not the killer, prove it with this lighter.
She shakes.
Can't you light it?
I'll do it for you.
Stop it!
100 year being scared of the fire.
You're something else, aren't you? Not once in 100 years have I been cornered like this.
It was Yoshino's manuscripts that gave me all the information needed to find you.
That woman. I should have killed her. Before she had the chance to write all that.
Tell us, why did you have to kill all those people?
To take revenge on the Shijima family, of course.
Even so, what reason could you have to hate the Shijima so much? The Scarlet Camellia nightclub. After those murders, a century ago, you didn't kill anyone for 50 years. Then, in 1972, the murders started again. Something happened back then, didn't it? At the Scarlet Camellia nightclub.
You were there. I don't think she was Saya, but she was there.
You were there. At the club. On the night of the murder. Isn't that right? Io's account of that case was published in Bungei Seikai. In it, I found a clue that you were there. And that's...
Oh, the woman with the closed candle. Yeah, remember that. Wait. Where is she? Where is she? Not the drunken woman. think it was this. Yeah, one of the candles weren't lit. She says, is she the one who keeps killing? Why not just remove the problem? What do you mean? Here, her, that's her.
It would be.
How about you? You want to live forever?
Shut up.
That was you, wasn't it? At the table. With the unlit.
Is she the one who's killing every 10 years? Yeah.
And you overheard something you never expected to.
What was it?
That the Shijima family chose a new test subject every 100 years and made them eat the Tokijiku.
Yes. They lived only to serve as a test subject for that family. The fruit was given to the wretches who could be forced to lead such an existence.
She
Indeed.
didn't kill every 10 years
I had
before
been
she
fed
knew
with
that.
Tokijiku.
The killing only started at 72, it's true.
And hearing that filled me with rage.
You ate the Tokijiku that Yoshino took from her family, didn't you? You weren't a Shijima, so why?
After the murder at the inn, Azan gave it to me.
He did.
Huh.
Yes. He said he wanted to be with me forever, and had me eat the only Tokijiku we had then. Hearing that from the man I loved, I was over the moon.
Wow.
Which is why I did everything I could to find another Tokijiku for him.
So she could give it to him.
The amount of time Azan could speak with me was growing shorter by the day. That. I just had to be patient until we found one. And then that fateful day arrived.
When Yoshiko came with a wand.
Azan abducted Josui Sakaki and obtained the last Tokijiku.
His.
I was overjoyed that we could finally be together, but then I saw his face. He refused to look me in the eye.
Oh.
And that's when I knew for sure that he was eventually going to leave me someday.
Huh.
I just knew it.
No.
And if we weren't going to live together forever, what was I supposed to do?
And I knew there was only one thing for me to do. I had to end our time together. Then, before he could leave me,
Oh.
I picked up a knife and confronted him,
Urging him to die alongside me.
She went yandere.
So,
Let's die together.
the skeleton found under the cherry tree was...
His? Huh. Azan.
Azan Shijima.
but I wasn't the one who buried him there. It was his son, Saeta.
Yes.
He was afraid that if the police investigated, they'd discover that Azan had murdered Gene.
Yeah, it's true. He wanted to cover up the whole thing.
He wanted to bury the family's shame deep in the ground. That's the kind of family you Shijimas are.
What did you say?
After I stabbed Azan, I turned the knife on myself
Huh?
But then I heard Azan say,
He was about to say something.
"Don't kill yourself." And after hearing that, I couldn't go through with it. I just couldn't kill myself. I changed my name, my appearance, and just drifted from place to place. I was alone, still in love with Azan, but unwilling to join him in death. However, I thought if I could find someone like me, someone to share my eternal solitude with, that's why I went to that nightclub. The Scarlet Camellia, a bizarre coincidence. And there I heard the terrible truth. That the Tokijiku was only fed to human test subjects.
Oh! So she thought that Kazan gave it to her because he loved her, but she finally discovered that after 50 years, he fed it to her so that she would be dissected.
Azan had chosen me as his research tool, nothing more.
Yeah.
He couldn't afford to have me die because I'd consumed his precious Tokijiku.
There you go.
That's why he stopped me.
These past 50 years. All the unnatural deaths. It was...
Yes, my revenge. On the deceitful House of Shijima. Considering all the people sacrificed for your research, once every 10 years isn't nearly enough. But then a massacre wouldn't give you time to recall all your sins, would it? As he's recalling them now.
Wait, did you give Yoei a sublethal dose of poison on purpose?
That's right. I didn't want him to die before I got here, after all.
You monster!
I hired
Wow.
that two-bit actor to poison Roy. And I was going to saunter in here after getting his call. But then he demanded more money.
Oh.
Because of the risks he'd taken. Can you imagine? He had no idea how expendable he was. So I reminded him with that flower pot.
So it was you.
You were laughing at us this whole time behind our backs.
Actually, I wasn't. If the police or another doctor came, I had to get rid of them somehow. That's why I waited at the gate. But I didn't even see a soul. I thought that was strange. But when I came back to the house, by chance... More, I'm sure.
She made the noise.
I heard you talking about how the roads were blocked off. Now that was divine intervention. There was no need to rush. And I was so looking forward to watching Roy die slowly.
But it was Azan who deceived you. The rest of the Shijimas have done you no wrong. Why did you have to kill all those other people?
You lot would never understand.
I have no desire to understand you.
You're nothing but a cold-blooded murderer.
Yup.
That's all we need to know.
we have to let Yayoi out of the storehouse.
Let's lock her in there until the police get here.
No, that's not a good idea. There's a secret door. Oh, but does she know about the secret door?
It
Maybe
must have
not.
been cold in the storehouse.
Ooh.
Please forgive us.
No. It was my fault for lying about the crime. Don't worry on my account.
But why did you lie about that?
Well,
Yayoi, were you trying to protect?
Because she
That
was
daughter.
Io.
Why would you do that?
I happened to see her deal the fatal blow to that
Ah,
detective.
she was a witness.
She threatened to kill me too. so I
Ah,
had no
took the
choice.
blame and do the pendulum
Then why
thing.
did you pin the body to the tree like that?
It looks like an act of brute strength, which I thought might place suspicion on someone like Kazunaga.
So you aren't that person from the nightclub, Io?
No, I'm afraid not. Please accept my apologies for everything.
Okay. So she did nothing. Even the pendulum, that wasn't her. That was the doctor.
Excuse me.
Tokijiku. Are they gonna fit it to the father?
How is Dad?
He's sleeping. Before that, he kept going on about not wanting treatment, that sort of thing.
Only thinking about himself as usual, huh?
Eiji, you know, I think you've misunderstood your father.
What?
He didn't want me to tell you this, but you have it all wrong about your mother.
What do you mean?
She was the one who refused any kind of treatment. Roy wanted, desperately, for her to live. It seems he even thought of making her eat the fruit of youth, if such a thing existed. But in the end, he decided to respect her wishes, to live out her life naturally. He had no regrets, but he couldn't bring himself to tell you. The painful truth. He knew how much you loved her. That's his brand of kindness. I'm going to get some fresh towels.
All this time I believed that humans would be happier with longer lives. Free from frailty, but now
He wakes up.
Eiji, look!
Dad, how do you feel?
Yay. We solved the mystery.
He nods.
What? A petrified nut for me. I will decide how my life ends. And you should decide how to live yours.
Dad.
Dad,
Dad.
it won't be easy, but I'm counting on all of you. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Eiji clenches his fist. Okay, so the next day.
It seems we can expect the roads to be cleared soon.
Okay.
It's only a matter of time until the police get here.
You know, I think refusing treatment was Dad's way of trying to set things right.
Yoi inherited Gene's dream and made it a reality, I guess. What will you do now, Yoko?
The answer is between me and myself. Ryoi used to say that a lot, and it just grew on me. It was always on his mind, you know, whether to keep the Shijima ways or end them. To take action or let tradition take its course. I'll keep managing the household for now, but I'll be waiting for my next path to open up.
don't even think that this is the end of our troubles. The real mess is what comes next. We have to decide what to do with this house, and
Sell
pretty
it.
soon the press will be sniffing around. We definitely can't get away with burying the truth this time.
I'll help with that.
Don't worry about it. I'm the eldest, just leave it to me. You have work waiting for you in Tokyo, don't you? Come back when that's settled.
All right. What will happen to Takehiko and Yayoi?
They'll find
Takehiko
work.
told me he'll look after the remaining cherry trees, no matter what happens to the Shijimas.
As for Yayoi, I don't know if she'll be charged, but we'll do what we can to support her.
That's right. This isn't the end of our story yet.
Would Yoshino have done well as head of the Shijimas, I wonder?
Bah.
If only she had people in her life who supported her. The way you and Eiji supported me.
You know, I'd like to try rewriting Yoshino's story in my own words. What she wrote played a big part in solving this case. I want to write a novel in her memory. What do you think, Akari?
If anyone could do it, it'd be you. Make it a bestseller, okay?
I will.
Fade to black. Centennial case says Chijima's story. Are we gonna get full credits? Cast: Nanami Sakuraba, Yuta Hiraoka, Wakana Matsumoto, Sei Matobu, Motoki Fukami, Megumi Yokohama, Mansaku Ikuchi, Gaku Sano, Yuki Kaji, Mana Okagawa, Momo Asakura, Ruriko Aoki, Akiko Izumi, Hayato Watanabe, Kenta Ninta, Tetsuji Shikuro, Katsunori Okai, Takayuki Miyamoto, Noriji Akayama, Maito Tsuzui, Takaaki Enoki. Yeah, so it wasn't